Actually, idea came from London. One of our members, she was working in race relations in 70s, and at that time they used to do chastity tests of Asian ladies coming overseas. And as a result, she took it as a campaign, and we all joined so that they rectified the situation, because we didn't want the Asian woman to be tested rather than others. And then that idea came of getting together, becoming a conference. And then she came to us here in Birmingham, 1978. So we formed a smaller organizations to work on the good cause. Actually started from campaigning, but then we thought maybe we need to rectify or look into our own welfare of the women, those who are coming in. And especially some of us came in 60s. Didn't have any support or anybody to go and talk to except your spouses. So we felt that it's better we create an organization for the women's welfare. They can have somewhere to talk to or a listening ear. One Stafford Road building we acquired from the city, Birmingham City Council, in 1983 on rent. That building was available. It was a struggle to get it, but I think we had a help of MP Jeff Rooker, who is a Lower Rooker now, and we managed to have it, and we used to meet. And there was a meeting place where people can come and let their hair loose or talk to each other and talk in privacy if they have some issues. So keeping confidentiality. First thing first, you need to know when you establish an organization, there is a governance issues. And the governance issues are completely, if you have a constitution, and we are a charity, then you have to have a board members, management board. Without that, you can't work. It's not individual enterprises, it's just board meetings. So we have a board, which we do AGM regularly, year by year. And according to our constitution, one committee can continue for 2 years. Then eventually we started applying for funding. And first instance, we had social health care funds through the city hospital, which was a Delhi Road hospital, and then through the city. That was the start of UK Asian Women's Centre organization. The main services are at present are regeneration. It means the people, those who want to get into training, English as a second language, IT, or other skills relevant to the employment. We have a training room, and upstairs we have offices for ESF co-financing. That is to do with regeneration, finding jobs, taking people through the journey of jobs, training, and make them employable. And the Job Centre Plus is the similar funding. So they have their own offices. We have a staff room upstairs as well. When it comes to independence, a woman is independent. First thing is financial independence. That makes you more socially, emotionally, and mentally independent. So that's why our focus has been for the last 10 to 12 years on employment and training.
The Fair Cities project is to help and support people with employability needs within the community, and it's funded by the Learning Skills Council. We help and support people within the area of Sparkbrook, Lozelles, East Handsworth and Aston. It's to help them with employability needs, so it covers job search activities, interview skills, application form support, one-to-one IAG advice and guidance. Sharmin Tahira is one of our clients with the Fair Cities project. We have helped and supported her identify vacancies, update her CV, and also prepared her for interviews. Recently, she has been successful in securing a full-time position at the Royal Bank of Scotland.
I came here to do my IT course, then I was introduced to Fair City courses. That's things like customer service, welcome host course, and manual handling. That's health and safety, and all other Fair City project, for example, motivation, telephone technique, interview techniques, things like that, which I successfully completed them. I now hold IT qualification and also customer service and manual handling and motivation qualification. When I just successfully done that, I did a bit of job search here, and I also did a voluntary work for UK Asian Women's Centre to boost my motivation, my confidence. You got the facility of childcare. Come in, use the facility. You got trained staff. We got the Fair City project. and all we need is you. If there's a job, if there's a training, you'll get it straight away. I have done it, you can do it as well.
We had funding from Cadbury, Borough Cadbury, and we have been helping some of the ladies. I think on the whole we should have helped by now 20 to 30 ladies. English as second language has been taught to them. They passed their level 3. They are in jobs, some of them, and some of them now feeling independent and got through the immigration and got their status. So there are some success stories, but these are the issues. It's more pertinent now than it used to be before. At present, this year, when we started these English second language classes, most of the boroughs around us, say Walsall, charges £4 a session for teaching. But Birmingham is giving free 4 hours teaching of English as second language to all the ladies, whether they are non-residents or the residents. So things do work out in a different way, don't they? It's by campaigning and advocating on their behalf that they need support.
There's some sports relief projects going on, and also supplementary school, which happens on a Saturday mornings, which both me and Kamal are involved in.
So a lot of the children who come to us are probably not doing very well at school, and the parents can't help them at home, so they do need this individual support. So we try to help them with the problems they're having at school.
I mean, the Women's Centre are providing like services like for the community, with children, with adults, across a range of initiatives, and we want to support that as best as possible. And if we can help anybody in any small or big way, then that's a bonus for the Women's Centre. So if somebody goes into employment, if a child passes their 11 plus, or even if they improve their reading like marginally from what they were, that's a fantastic achievement for us, and we want to continue to do that and to grow in that way.
An example of community reach is within the Improving Reach. It's basically looking at the infrastructure of organisations and community groups. It's about the 6 main areas. So it's about governance, which is looking at the management and sort of legal structure. It's about performance, their workforce management, volunteer, finance and sort of ICT they've got within their organisation. A good example of this is one of I've been working with is the Vietnamese Centre. The chap hasn't had IT infrastructure and he needed it quite urgently to develop his business. Most definitely he needed a website which needed updated, and he didn't have the funds to actually go and do it. So what we did is, a part of our project is I helped him get a volunteer in, which helped with volunteering, develop his website and give him training, which is just an example of Improving Reach.
The main impetus is for organisation to be able to grow and develop and to retain capacity in their workforce as well. For example, retaining staff, getting volunteers, sustainable funding, long-term funding. That's the main areas which organisations kind of have difficulties in, and this is one of the areas that the capacity building project, Improving Reach one, is supporting organisations with. Through training, through the forum that we delivered this morning, and that's ongoing, so there'll be more forums supporting that kind of work, which will deliver fundraising, support, volunteering, which we had this morning, employment training, and that's all information for voluntary organisations which they might not be able to access in other ways. Dave was delivering a seminar on GrantNet, which is a precursor to a fundraising, or I suppose writing a funding application and writing a really good bid to get funding. So he was showing that the GrantNet, you can go onto online, you can access different funding kind of avenues and explore those, and how to potentially write a good bid and a good application. So your centre is up and running, and it's not lacking in that most important resource.
I tell clients about the services that the Health Exchange provide, because it's a fairly new service. Most of them haven't heard about it, or they know very little about it. I explain to them the services which we offer. We've got a website which the clients can use and print off material free of charge on healthy living, or if they've got an illness like diabetes, heart disease, they can find more about their condition. We also have health trainers which we can refer them to. They give one-to-one support if they want to improve their lives in areas such as healthy eating, doing more exercise, losing weight, or giving up smoking. We also have courses and events such as Size Down, which is a weight management class, and Cook and Taste to help the clients adapt their recipes and cook more healthy. Most of our elder relatives, they have the illnesses for years and years, and they don't know much about it. Now we can provide them information because on the website we have different languages, Punjabi, Hindi, Bengali, on the main topics like heart disease and healthy eating and diabetes, so they can improve themselves by learning a little bit about their illness.
ਜਦੋਂ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੈ ਰੋਟੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ ਹੋਣਾ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਬੈਣਾ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਚੰਗੇ ਲੱਗਦੇ
Originally, when we started it, it was mainly for social reasons because ladies were very lonely and that gave them depression. But now, as the project is growing and needs of the community are growing, our role is more enhanced. We do long-term conditions management, as most of the elderly ladies have these conditions. We also do a lot of research for Heart of Birmingham PCT. They do their pilot projects here because here is a venue where lots of ladies meet and they are ready and willing to talk and participate. They have been empowered quite a lot now. They know how to demand services. In fact, it's more or less we are influencing city services now, public services, what they deliver to our communities. They come and check with our group that and they mold their services according to their needs.
As far as centre is concerned, it provides various aspects of women's needs. When it comes to socialization, then we do events, we get together, we have annual dinners, so they can come and celebrate Diwali, celebrate Eid, celebrate Christmas, or Valentine's Day, so that they can sing song and have a good time together. And socialization is the main purpose of it. But other times they have oppression, say if there is a problem in family, domestic violence, whether it is by the husband or by the other members of the family, they need to talk to somebody. We do help them. And there were times when we had some funding for domestic violence and we help people in their homes as well and help with the police to resettle the ladies or reconciliation within the families. But these days we don't have direct funding for it, but that doesn't mean we don't look after their side. We give them counsel as much as we can do, but some of our managers, those who are experienced in this area, not by the newcomers, and then we signpost them. Similarly, if there are family problems, the parental needs, that the children not doing well in education, then we redirect them to the governors and help them that way. When it comes to mental health, then at least we offer daycare, plus we help them to get therapies and talk to their doctors, and we do a lot of program on expert patients programs for long-term illnesses. So we're trying to cover every angle. Recently, SRB6 has given us money, part of infrastructure development. We got extension in the back, big training room, either you can say dining room or luncheon clubs. And plus we have a kitchen. The original idea was to start Mama's Tiffin. That's our idea. That's what we call it, Mama's Tiffin. It's prepared home cooking by Mama and served. It's like a Wheels on Meals, but it's not in containers or any disposable goods. So I always want that we become self-independent if we can by creating social enterprises. I mean, I personally dream that I've continued 25 years. I would like young people to take interest and continue its objectives for future, even after I'm gone. That's the way it should be, because community needs a place. It will change its objectives, it can change its aims, but it can't change the ethos of it. We offer culturally sensitive service, and that's needed.